Hello, good morning, my dear students at home. My dear Matheum 1 students, how are you today? I hope you're doing good. So today we're going to continue our lesson. Now before that, we're going to have a recap first for what we have learned last time. Now we discussed about the application of the percentage with the word problem. So we answered some word problem involving percentage, right? So that includes with the decimal and the fraction. So that would be our last topic for that chapter 6. And we need to proceed to chapter 7 so that we can finish 2 chapters for this midterm. So I prepared again this video so that we can start again with chapter 7. So for chapter 7, this is about the linear equation with one variable. So as you can see here in our first slide, we are dealing with equation. Now remember, when you say variable, that is the unknown. Now as you can see here in our slide that we have here, like for this one, x, right? So x here is the variable. So meaning to say that we're going to figure out what is the value of the variable. So the variable can be any letter, can be x, can be p, or any letter in the English alphabet. As long as in every equation, just like this, so this is an equation because you can see the equal sign. Okay, there will be only one variable or one letter that you can see, like x, y, or z. Nah? So okay, we proceed with our the second slide. This one. So again, what is an equation? Equation is a statement having two expressions with the same value. Okay, so the expression to the left of the equal sign is called the left-hand side, or LHS, and the expression to the right of the equal sign is called the right-hand side, or RHS. So this is the equation of the linear equation with one variable. So this is given a and b are real numbers. These are numbers, okay, and x is the unknown. So we're going to figure out what is the value of x. Now again, it says that on the left side, this will be LHS and this will be equal to 0 to the right side. Okay, so we're going to figure out whether the given equation are equal. Like the left side, this one, the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. It must be equal. Okay, so remember that when we are tackling about linear equation with one variable, you will see they're always with one letter. Okay, so it's any letter. So the other will be numbers, like this. A and B will be numbers. It can be integers, it can be decimal, it can be any numbers as long as that is a real number and not a equal to 0. Because what will happen if a is equal to 0? What will happen? So this will be equal to 0, right? So no more x, no more variable. So the value of a here must not be equal to 0, so that our unknown x will not be 0 too. Did you understand it? Okay, now we proceed. We have here examples. But before that, we have here examples of linear equation. How linear equation look like? So you have here like 3x minus 5 is equal to 0. So this is a linear equation with one variable. We have only one x. Because we have also linear equation with two variable. So for that two variable, you can see there two letters like x and y, x and z, y and z, a and b, or any other letters. That would be the unknown. Okay, but for this time we are studying about the one variable linear equation. So you can see here only one letter. We have here more, like 2.4x plus 8 is equal to 32. Okay, so this is a linear equation with one variable. Now the left side must be equal to the right side. Also this one. So this is also one variable. So you can see there x, x. So this expression this is an expression, must be equal to this expression. Okay, so we're going to figure out what is the value of x so that we can substitute the value of x here and figure out that this expression is equal to this expression. Okay, did you understand? Now we have here example, like our example number 1. Now remember that again, this one, additional information, that a linear equation with one unknown has only one solution. Okay, meaning one only answer. So for this one, there's only one answer for this, only one answer for this, only one answer for this for the unknown or the variable. Now the unknown or the variable, they're just the same. So if the question will ask you, what is the value of the unknown and what is the value of the variable, they're just the same. Okay, just only pointing the value of x or any variable that is given. Okay, did you understand? So we proceed. This one. So before we go to our example, we have first here the different properties of equation that we're going to remember or to study. Like the first one, equivalent equations. Now again, this equivalence equation similarly to what we have learned about ratio. So they have the same, they're equivalent. They have the same solution, they're equal to each other. That is why we call them equivalent equations, because their answers or their equation itself or the expression itself are the same. Now number 2, symmetric property. Symmetric property, meaning to say that our values there, like a and b given, they're just the same, equal. Okay, so as I've given here, that the values of the symmetric value or the value of any other letters there are equal. Now number 3 is transitive property. Transitive property, if we have 3 numbers there given, now their values can be like a equal to b, b equal to c, and a is equal to c. They're just the same, equal. Addition properties of equation. So if we're going to add, just like this, a plus c is equal to b plus c. Okay, because why? Because a equal to b. So if we're going to add a with c and b with c, they will be equal because a and b are just equal, are just the same. The same with subtraction. Multiplication properties of equation. So the same as number 4, just only we multiply. Okay, so like a times c is equal to b times c, as long as c is not 0. Okay, because if c is equal to 0, what will happen? Then everything will be 0, because any number that is multiplied by 0 is 0. Okay, now here for the second one, a equals to b, then we multiply again 1 over c, they're just the same, equal. Okay, as long as c is not equal to 0. Because if c again will be 0 for this, what will happen? No answer, right? Because you cannot divide any number with 0. Okay, did you understand it? Question. So we proceed now to our example here, this one. So you have here given 7x. The equation 7x plus 8 is equal to 9x minus 2. Okay, so we have here a linear equation with one variable, and we're going to find the value of x. What is the value of x here? Okay, so this expression here must be equal to this expression. So the left hand side will be equal to the right hand side as we said here. So you write there the equation. Okay, now what are the things that we need to do? So you can transpose, right? So I know that you know this already because you learned this before, but for this one you have 2 ways, right? Either you can transpose this, so this one is positive 8, right? Positive 8 transposed to the right hand side, it will be negative, right? Or this one, negative 2 transposed to the other side, it will be positive. Okay, but for this one, we're going to combine like terms. Okay, we're going to combine like terms. When you say combining like terms, like for this one we have x with the unknown, with the variable. So this one is 9x, right? So we're going to transpose this to the left side so that it will go together with x, right? So 7x will combine with 9x. And this number, this is a constant number, we're going to transpose this to the right-hand side, okay, together with the number also, which is 2, negative 2, okay? Or you can subtract here with 8, and on both sides, subtract with 8, or you can subtract negative 9x and subtract 9x on both sides, just like this one. So we have here our original expression. So subtract minus 8, subtract minus 8 on both sides, subtract minus 9x, and subtract minus 9x on both sides. Okay? So when we simplify this will be 0, 8 minus 8, 0. So you have 7x minus 9x, right? Here you will have 9x minus 9x is 0. Then we have minus 2 and minus 8. There we go. So what we left, this will be 0. We have 7x minus 9x, right? Or this one, minus 2 and minus 8, right? But again, you can transpose that. So like this one, transpose this to the other side becomes negative 8. This one, negative 8. Or transpose this 9x to the other side becomes negative 9x. Okay? Now we simplify this. 7x minus 9x is minus 2x. And here, minus 2 and minus 8 is minus 10. Now there. Okay? Now, again, you can transpose this. Transpose this as denominator here on the right side. Okay? Or you can multiply this by negative 1/2 on both sides. Okay? So you can either you can two ways. Multiply by negative 2, negative 1/2. Okay? Or you can transpose negative 2 down here on the right side as denominator. Okay? So what I did is I multiplied negative 1/2. There we go. On both sides. It must be on both sides. Okay? Both sides. So we multiply. Negative and negative is positive, right? And 2, we cut 2, right? So what would be left will be x. And on the other hand, right side, so negative and negative is positive. And we cut 10 and 2, that would be 5. So therefore, x is positive 5. Did you understand it? It's clear, right? Yes. Okay, I hope so. So we're going to check first. We're going to have a checking if whether our answer is really equal to 5. Okay, for checking, we just simply substitute this value of x to our x here in the equation. Just like this one. So we're going to do the checking again. Left and right, and we have there the equation. Now we substitute the value of x to be 5, right? We say x is 5. So we change x with 5, we change x with 5, and we will simplify. So we multiply this, 35 plus 8, and 9 times 5 is 45 minus 2. We have there. So, and we combine this. So 35 plus 8 is 43, and 45 minus 2 is also 43. So therefore, we got the same, we got equal answer on both left-hand side and right-hand side. Therefore, we can say that the value of x is really 5. Did you understand it? So this is one way of checking whether your variable is really correct. Okay? So you can do this. You can substitute the value of the variable and you proceed. Do not transpose. Just only do this expression. So you multiply and get the answer for this. And on the other hand, for the right side, do the same. You multiply, you subtract, and get the answer. And if the answer are equal, then therefore your value of the variable is correct. Okay? Did you understand it? Now we proceed to the next example. We have this one. So given the equation, 2 times 2x plus 1 is equal to 3 times x plus 4. So we're going to find again the value of x.